How you guys doing? Sorry, I was just looking at the. So today we're gonna be taking a look at the Battlegates in Kingdom Hearts 3. So I went out and did all the gummy ship related missions. I could show it to you real quick probably, but I made like a really shitty version of the Cathedral Terra from Gurren Lagann, and the teeny ships are King Kitan and the Yoko M tank from the movies. But I did that so I could get a strong enough ship to do the gummy ship missions that get the Orichalcum, because off screen I went ahead and got this thing. So that's the ultimate weapon. I love that it's red. I was actually curious as to what it would look like in this game. It looks very, very similar to the Kingdom Hearts 2 one, but it is different, I think. I booted up Cage 2 really quickly because I wanted to compare the Twilight Town of this one, of Cage 3, to the Twilight Town in Kingdom Hearts 2, and it's only slightly different. I mean, obviously, because I forgot what was over here, and apparently over here, like, instead of this open courtyard, it was a giant building. It was an accessory shop, and right behind here was the garbage destroying minigame or whatever. Which I remember that's where it was. I just wasn't sure how that worked, like, physically in the space. And this street kind of implies that right up there, like, you see where that 3 is exactly where the usual spot would be. Like, you turn that corner, that's where the usual spot would be, but that's not exactly true. And right over here is where you would get to the Sandlot, which this little thing, it was a balcony. It wasn't like this. So right here would be where the Sandlot is, and I kind of wish that I kind of hope that they update it so that you could have more areas. I don't know, some sort of final mix where you add a world. They've never done that. They've never done a final mix and just straight up added a world. But with DLC, it would be nice to see some content, you know, regarding that. I feel like the Twilight Town gang here did a lot of stuff off screen that just kind of happened. I feel like a lot of stuff happened off screen that just happened. It kind of breaks the pacing a little bit. But anyway, that's not what we're focusing on today. Today we're focusing on, again, the Battlegates in Kingdom Hearts 3. And I have my little guide right here. I have done a couple of them, but we're going to go through all of them anyway. And we're going to try to go through them in order, even though that might not be the best in terms of, like, loading. So, first, isn't there, like, a Battlegate 0? I guess not. I guess our first stop will be in Olympus, which I guess we should go. By the way, this stream does take place at the end of the game, so not that we're going to be talking specifically about endgame stuff, but if you're worried about seeing something, maybe sit this one out. But yeah, we are going to be going through. It looks like the Battlegates are in order of the worlds anyway, so that's fine. Here, let me show you real quick. That's what it looks like. I know it looks really, really bad, but I tried my best. So that's the Cathedral Terra. I didn't realize how not red it was. Because you think Gurren Lagann, you think of the big red robot, but no, Cathedral Terra is mostly... It's not actually gray. I just couldn't get a closer color to it. It's actually a really deep blue in the anime, and it has a bunch of cannons on it. And as far as teeny ships goes, I tried really hard to make King Kitan. I did my best, and I made the Yoko M tank. It's very simplified, but I was just like, I just wanted to get over with, I guess. So yeah, I think I did okay. Anyway, let's go to this Olympus. It's gonna be in the Realm of the Gods. I think it's the one that's up here. For those that don't know, the Battlegates reward you with emotes for taking photos, as well as the secret reports. So doing all of the secret reports, doing all of the battle gates gets you all the secret reports, and we're gonna try to go over them. I don't think they're gonna be that hard, you know. I'm pretty high level at this point. I'm past 50 at least. I think I'm like 60 something. You don't really tend to beat a Kingdom Hearts game at a pretty high level. You're pretty up to... Yeah, I'm literally level 60. I got a new ability? Oh, or is it talking about Hercules? Oh. Anyway. Let's change this. So I have Ultimate Weapon equipped. I have a bunch of ribbons equipped. And this thing... I'm actually... Let's switch that out for some high potions, actually. No. There you go. I've been playing this game pretty religiously since it came out, just trying to get the platinum trophy on it, and I'm pretty close. The only thing I really need to do is the journal and get to level 99. I've got pretty much everything, but the journal includes getting all the treasures, getting all the enemies, you know, getting this, and this. The synthesis list, I think, is probably going to be one of the last things I do besides getting to level 99. And I did spoil myself on the form change for the Ultimate Weapon, and I actually think that's really interesting. That it's just final form. It's kind of a boring design, honestly. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a mediocre design, but oh well. Let's see. I'm sure that's fine. I was kind of hoping to be level 99 before, before I beat the secret boss. But I think oh wow. Do I have I have to hear. I do like that, because I remember looking at I remember like when I was younger, I noticed that Ultimate Weapon was just a sword, and I always thought that was like a neat detail that the Ultimate Weapon was just a sword. So I like that this form change version of it, kind of Cosmic Belt Plus. And Secret Report 2. Oh, that was the second battle gate. Oh. I missed the first one. Palm of your hand selfie pose. Oh, the other battle gate. I remember seeing that. Okay. Already off to a rollicking good start, choosing the wrong battle gate at the front. But anyway, like these little, like, the little design thingies around it, the fact that those fly off and become their own little summon swords. Oh, look, there's a big 3! Is that a detail that's always been in the Ultimate Weapons I just never noticed? Like, the sword is split up into 3 divisions. I don't know if you see that. I'll have to boot up Kingdom Hearts 2 again and take a look at that, because I don't know if that's detail that's always been consistent. So these Battlegates, I feel, or they have to be the replacement to the Olympus Coliseum, because there is no Olympus Coliseum in this one, which I'm I kinda wish there was. You know, just take us back to the gates, at least. I guess the fact that this is the entrance to Mount Olympus now is kind of different from the old game, where it was just that big area. But it would be nice to have like a dedicated Olympus Coliseum, because I understand what they were trying to do, but it's kind of messy in that if you want to fight a different thing, like it's not just like round base wave after wave type thing, you have to go through all these different worlds, and I kind of prefer to just go to, I would rather just right here, just take me here and have me sign up to the Coliseum whatevers, and just let me fight people, man. But I've been spending so much time in the gummy ship menus, I almost forgot what it was like to walk around and play this game. I got to Ultimate Weapon and I was like, I have nothing to fight. Oh shit. That was not the right thing to do. I guess you can only lock on to one person, or one enemy? That's weird. I heard there's like, several different shot locks, depending on the type of Keyblade, where like, there's a version of the shot lock where if you fully charge it, there's a version of shot lock where if you don't fully charge it, and there's a version of shot lock if only one person gets locked onto, which is interesting. There you go. I forgot how many Battlegates I did do. I might have done, that might have been the 4th one. I think I did the one that's right at the very end of the game. I think Battlegate 14. Or Battlegate 0. I thought there was a 0. I don't know. I might have been making that shit up. But it seems as though there's only 2 in this world, so time to leave Mount Olympus. Look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, next I think we go back to Twilight Town in front of the old mansion. I might have done that one, but we'll do it again, just because we're gonna be doing all of them. Just to be like, hey. And at the rate we're going, I doubt that this thing will take us long. I've seen some of the harder Battlegates. I think the one that's gonna take us the longest is the one that's at the very end of the Keyblade Graveyard. Which I was hoping that while I was I didn't think it was gonna be full area. I thought we would at least get to stand in that crossroads, the one that we've seen all the time. Considering that this game is just, it's a lot of fan service in terms of like, oh look, this and this and this and this, you know. I thought they would let us walk around there. And I thought at least the Twilight Town would, at least that walkway up would be modeled. Like I didn't think they were gonna add the underground. But as far as the actual top of the town is concerned, they were like two or three areas away from like just giving it to us again. Like up to the Sunset Terrace, up to where at least where the clock tower is. You know, just that walkway up. You know what I'm talking about. And the Sandlot. Like the fact that yeah, it says complete. I did this already, but we'll see it. The fact that it's just a closed off gate to the Sandlot, it's kind of bizarre to me. And you see it. I'm pretty sure if you go back to Kingdom Hearts 2, you know exactly what the other side of that gate looks like, because I'm pretty sure you can stand right on the opposite side of it. Ah, god damn it. Something keeps happening there, and I don't know if I'm a fan of it. I feel like I'm pressing the X button after I've already stopped pressing the magic button, but it still keeps doing it. Let's see how that works. The fact that this guy shows up as like a not a boss, but like this is the one time that I've seen this guy. Oh wow. And he gives you like 1,000 XP. It's insane. But yeah, I already did this guy, so no secret reports. Let's see, let's check real quickly which ones I've done, just so that we know. Because I hope I haven't done a lot of them. I don't remember. I might have done a couple of them, just walk right into them and just forgot. But I've mostly been focusing on the ingredients to Ultimate Weapon as soon as the game ended. So I don't know. But I haven't, so I did a bunch of these. I didn't do all the shot locks for all the weapons because I haven't used all of them. I never used a frozen weapon. I never used a Big Hero 6 weapon. Oh wow. So I did 1, 2, 3. I did 4 of them already. 6. But we're gonna go through all of them anyway. And at the end we'll just read through it and see if I can decipher them. Our next stop is gonna be in Toy Box. So let's go. Ugh. The old mansion. See, look, I don't mind not being able to go to the old mansion, but you know, give us everything else. Can you actually like see in there? Oh, you can. Kinda. You can see that it's a white room in there. Oh, and the drawings, you can see it. You can totally see the drawings. It's modeled in there. It's hard to see it. Hold on, let's go back. Cause
hope we find some ingredients around here.
That wouldn't be accurate on the other side. It's a lot harder to tell on this side, but definitely on the other side, you can catch a glimpse of some of the You see it? Look. You see? Oh, you can totally see the Sora and Roxas drawing in the corner right there. The room is modeled, but it didn't need to be. You don't ever get to see inside of that room. And this is definitely not a room at all. It's just a... Because this room is the one with the unicorn hit on it. Which didn't seem relevant at the time, but turns out it might be related to some Union X bullshit, which... You know, honestly, that's where the series is going. I don't know if I wanna do that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just that I found the foretellers to be kind of bland characters. And if you've been keeping up with the Union X stuff, you do know that they do get killed off or replaced with characters that are far more interesting. So we follow those characters, that's fine. But if I have to sit here and deal with, oh god, what's his name? Hold on. The bear guy. I forgot what his name is. Said if I have to listen to him talk, like his characterization is just garbage. His motivation was kind of and I feel like a lot of them were played up to be mysterious for no reason. I wish this guide came with pictures so I knew exactly where to look. Oh, it's right there. They all seem to be very close to some save points though, so the only thing I really am not happy about is all the loading that we have to go through. Oh, it's the Big Hero 6 world enemies. You know, I don't remember, but I feel like this music is also from the Big Hero 6 world. That's weird. That's weird. I was like, that was lasting a weird amount of time. Oh, it's because I have the, is it because I have the Keyblade on? Where, like, the attraction flows, the situation things last longer? Oh, I didn't even think about what Final Form looks like as a toy. Look at how Final Fantasy Versus 13 this weapon is. Hold on. Yeah, like the block. I remember I noticed that in some gameplay where like it's Noctis's summon swords. The royal armaments or whatever. I like how all the buildings in this world are. There you go. I don't know where they were, but I found them. I got you, motherfuckers. Huh. Where is it? Where is it? And the second one is right near the exit of the toy store. after spending so much time with this game, and like in the meantime watching a bunch of people react to it and whatnot, and I like that people are finally starting to wake up to the fact that, hold on, let's see what does that look like. Oh.
Oh, I bet that's a great one.
Oh, cool, he just holds that pose.
Cheese. Yeah.
Oh god, I wish there was just a button that just makes you do it.
Sora.
Cause then now I have to cycle through all of those just to get to the new one. So it says it's right near the entrance, on the outside, right near the exit of the toy store, it says. Yeah, I did a few of the Battlegates because I needed the materials for the ultimate weapon. I think, yeah, that would have to have been my motivation for that, because otherwise I was not gonna touch them. But it's just a couple of, there's just a couple of ingredients I needed that was very hard to farm, and the most reliable way to get them was through the Battlegates. So that was literally the only reason. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, this whole time that I've been just grinding off screen, getting the materials for the ultimate weapon, I have been watching a bunch of like Kingdom Hearts 3 analysis videos from like people who have been with the series for a long time. I was wondering when Angry Joe was gonna put up his review of Kingdom Hearts 3, cause I remember he started talking mad shit. Is there? No. I remember he was talking some mad shit about it, like, he was talking about how, oh, you know, this game should be accessible to new people, blah 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 blah, like, not the most nonsense bullshit. Just cause it's a new thing and he wants to be part of it. And that's his thing, is he likes the controversy, I guess. I don't know. And at this point, I've kind of formulated my own thoughts on Kingdom Hearts 3 as a whole, because I know I like it, but it's just like, I understand that it's flawed, you know? I understand where its flaws are coming from, and I understand why people wouldn't like it. Because story-wise, its pacing is very poor, and the fact that it tries really hard to, really hard to appease all the fans of the game, it's kind of working against it. Because there's some characters that should have just stayed dead. I feel like their character arc should have been that they were important, but not anymore. And I feel like that would have been way more interesting. But the fact that everyone came back in some form, you know, kind of weird to me. Which, I don't know. The pacing of it was really off, though. I really do wish they had added, like, at least one or two Kingdom Hearts worlds in the middle. Like the old Kingdom Hearts games always felt like paced properly, because in the middle of the Disney worlds, the plot would get interrupted with like, oh hey, here's some Kingdom Hearts shit. But the fact that it was all backloaded, you know, kind of made the trip to the end of the game feel like it was a bunch of busy work that we were just doing. Like, what was I doing before the end of the game. It didn't feel like I was doing anything of significance other than getting to the ending. Liam, who does the streams on Rising Super Stream, expressed that it would have been paced a lot better if the pacing of the story was such that after a few Disney Worlds, you went in and then saved Aqua, you know, and then later on they're trying to figure out where Ventus is, and then Ventus is right here, but he's still not waking up, so we should, and then maybe at some point Sora gains the power of waking, and then he tackles the last few worlds with that idea in mind. And the fact that the organization members just kind of existed and told Sora to fuck off, and it's like, leave us alone, we're just watching, like Marluxia and Larxene just being around and be like, fuck off, Sora, which kind of made sense, but at the same time, it's like, what is it? Marluxia had a line that was like, oh, Mother Gothel is evil, so we can't allow her to be near a pure heart, so naturally he turns her into a Heartless, which now poses a real threat to Rapunzel, which she didn't really before, because she was literally going to die if you had held off for like a few seconds. That was kind of nonsensical to me. Same thing with Kristoff, because if you haven't seen any of these movies, why are these characters relevant? I feel like the game makes a lot of assumptions in that you should have played the other Kingdom Hearts games, and not only that, but you should have seen these Disney movies. Like, the most notable would be, Frozen and Tangled, and also, Pirates of the Caribbean, I think, was the absolute worst, where if you never saw that movie, or if you were like me, I streamed that whole bit. Hold on, let's go to Wildflower Clearing. I think it's the one that I already did. I think I streamed it, and I think I said it during the stream where I was like, God, like, this is terrible if you've never seen the movies, because it glosses over like 90% of the plot, and then Sora, Donald, and Goofy get sent off to some bizarro island, and then just meet back with the rest of the gang just to be like, oh yeah, the story happened, Tia Dalma was Calypso, and now we're gonna go into this whirlpool and we're gonna fight the Kraken, and it's like, what just happened? And it's like, it seems like you just wanted these for the set pieces with like any, it would have been, I would have been fine if they made their own story that had all these things, but I do understand that you have to have the Tangled world in here, retelling the story, because nothing really happens after Tangled. Like, you lose Rapunzel as a party member at the end of the game, because, wow, he just phased in. I didn't know they did that. Because the end of this level is literally the end of the movie. And with Frozen, I mean, yeah, you put it in here because you want the song in here, and literally the song is in here. But there are, especially with the sequel coming out, wouldn't it have been great to start foreshadowing that shit? And as far as the Pirates world is, I assume they just wanted at World's End because that would make the most sense. I don't know. It just seemed kind of nonsensical to me. So like the Disney worlds I thought were a little weaker. But I don't know if I've expressed this on video, but I know I've talked to a few friends about it. Someone made an analysis of the Kingdom Hearts 2 worlds, and at first I thought they were kind of nonsensical as well, but then the more that you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Like, they're all about dealing with a specific type of a loss. So that made sense to me. But right now it just seems like Right now, it just seems like the Kingdom Hearts worlds here have no relation to anything whatsoever, other than, hey, it's the pretty ones. We're trying to show off the power of the console and whatnot. I do think it's really unfortunate that Kingdom Hearts 3 came out towards the end of the PS4's life cycle, because now we're gonna run... Because after getting all the collections on the PS4, we're now running into the same problem that we were in the beginning, in that the next one's probably gonna be for the PS5, because those consoles come out in like a few years. I would say like at least 2 years is when the next series of consoles come out. And the fact that we're just going right back to buying a console for every Kingdom Hearts iteration. Is how you beat this guy the first time. Let's see. Sorry, focusing. God, look how many I got done. The attraction, the situation command extender on the ultimate weapon is insane. But, yeah, just, I don't know. Well, I'll have to wait and see. Because, thematically, it is a little appropriate that, as an outsider, Sora wouldn't really want to disrupt the flow of the plot of the movie. But, that just means that I kind of want the original stories more than I want these, half-baked attempts at recreating the story within the game, you know? It just reminds me a lot of the Mulan story and how they tried really hard to recreate that, where a lot of the themes of that movie kind of fall flat as a result of Sora and co traipsing around and like kind of telling a poor interpretation of the story. If you've seen the movie, then you understand why this scene would hold so much weight, but otherwise, it doesn't really mean anything to you. I think it was really awful, especially in the Tangled world, because it kind of implies that, I mean, you get that bit where like Mother Gothel is like, you know, they explain, or like Eugene explains to you like, oh, Mother Gothel's evil. But other than that, it kind of just implies that the only reason she's evil right now is because Marluxia was taking control of her. You know, her eyes turned pink or whatever, so it kind of seems like whatever she was doing was just as an influence of Marluxia. Let's see, the next one is in the tower. Head through the vine door out to the next area and head right. It kind of just implied that her motivations might have been evil, but her actions were entirely through the use of control. You know, at least that's what it seemed like to me at the time. And with Frozen, it was just like, you're just following Elsa up a mountain and falling 3 times off of it. She gets carried away by some mysterious guy that, you know... Hold on, I want to show you something in the journal real quick. Kristoff? No, what's his name? Hans. I kept saying Kristoff earlier. So, Hans is in here. Yeah, we never got introduced as his character at all. We don't know why he's evil. He just turns into the big wolf monster. Whereas here, you have literal question marks because who's this guy? But I know who it is. A mysterious boy. Give me a break. You know? But of course, here he's gotta be Hans. You can't have two question marks. I don't know. It's just, you know, like Mother Gothel. Like, yeah, her only interaction with Sora and company is that she was looking for her daughter, and that's it. And then later we're told she's evil, and it's like, well, and like all these characters, like, okay, there's that cutscene where like Cutler Beckett is talking about cutting a deal with Jack, and it's like, that's in the movie. That's a one for one shot recreation from the movie, and it was really good. But otherwise, why was it in here? You know, they got the actual actor to come back and voice Gibbs here. He was not even an interactable NPC. He just shows up for a little bit. Tia Dalma is in there for no reason whatsoever. Barbosa was in there too, for why? Like, all these characters, I don't know. I just thought that was weird. 100 Acre Wood was also kind of bleh. You know, the lack of, I don't know. I feel like there's some Kingdom Hearts conventions that just shouldn't have changed or messed with. The Coliseum, you know, it could have stayed. I don't really, you know, I like it. I know some people didn't really like it, but I understand why it was there, and so that's why I always liked it. Is it in here? No. Oh, there it is. But the torn pages would have been a really fun thing to do, and just again, just the lack of Kingdom Hearts worlds in this game. There are none. Twilight Town, I don't count it because it's 2 areas, and you just show up, do a boss, and then leave, basically. Keyblade Graveyard, it's just, you know, it's not the same. It's not the same end game type thing as the world that never was. Where like in Kingdom Hearts 2, when you got to the world that never was, it was just like, here we are, we've arrived, you know? Because the last time you saw this world was in the Kingdom Hearts 1 secret ending. And then you get here, and it's like a full-fledged world, you know. Not that it was a huge area, because if you think back to it, the world that never was just a corridor. The world that never was just a corridor, and it was mostly going into the Nobody Castle. But it still felt like it was an area, you know. Whereas the Keyblade Graveyard, you know, with the Skynes of Severance was just, it really did just feel like it existed as like a boss rush, which is not that bad, but at the same time, I don't count it as a full world, because there are no Kingdom Hearts worlds in this Kingdom Hearts game, which I feel like they're gonna try to remedy next time by having exclusively Kingdom Hearts related worlds, or sorry, more accurately, maybe the world that never was, sorry, the world ends with you, because Sora ends up in fucking Shibuya. But I don't know. I'm not gonna try to harp on it too much, but I do understand why some people would be kind of disappointed with this game. But I will echo sentiments from like Liam. I watched literally all his Kingdom Hearts streams. I wasn't there in time for it, but it was nice seeing someone actually, like, it was just refreshing to see a content creator on YouTube take the time to actually go through and play the whole series before judging it. And so I value his opinions on the series as a whole, because he is now in there, you know. And even though he does express his disappointments with some parts of the series, he is still a big fan of it, because yes, it is still a very good game. You know, the Kingdom Hearts stuff that's in here is very, very good, but you know, that doesn't mean that I can't criticize it for its missteps. And I think the really, really big misstep is not the lack of Final Fantasy characters, but just the straight up lack of Kingdom Hearts story progression until the very, very end, where it really felt like it was 90% busy work up until the very end of the game. Like, none of these worlds are consequential. It would have been cool to do like I don't know, to like have a boss fight in there or something that was related to the organization members, but I don't know. I'll have to think more about it. But I think at the end of the day, I'm still gonna like it. The door vault. Oh, tank yard. Nearest save point is a tank yard. What? There's a save point in the door vault? I don't think so. It would have been. I would have been content if Yen Sid's tower was just a place that you can hang around in, and like at every once in a while it would be like, oh, like Yen Sid would be like, Sora, get over here really quickly. Sora, Riku and Mickey are in trouble in the Realm of Darkness, and like Sora goes to the Realm of Darkness, and then you had the big Aqua boss fight, and Aqua goes back to the mysterious tower, and she's recovering for a little while, and while we do a few more Disney worlds, and then maybe during that time, maybe while we're doing a couple of Disney worlds, Aqua recuperates from being in the Realm of Darkness for so long. I feel like that would really make sense. And then we find out, and then we do the Monsters Inc. world where we find out that we find out where Ventus is, and so now we know where Ventus is, and then and now Aqua is like awake, and then she goes and changes the Castle Oblivion back into the Land of Departure, you know. Even if the Land of Departure was just the same area as it was in even if it was just the same area as it was in Birth by Sleep, sorry, I just forgot what it's called. Even if it was just that, I would have been totally fine with it. If it was just that outdoor area, and then lead up to the front of the castle, and then you go inside and do that boss fight with Vanitas, that would have been totally fine. Just that you can go back to the place, I think. Well, this is where you do it. Okay. I was like, let's take a picture of the Demon Tower. I was like, I've already killed all the Demon Towers that are in the game. Oh wow, he's pure white. That's cool. If there's one thing that the game does, like, a 13 out of 10 on, is... Oh really? That's the end of it? It's just the Demon Tower? Anyway. Yoink. If there's one thing that this game does really well is its scope of world and visuals. It's just really, really pretty. You can tell that they've worked really hard to recreate these worlds and make them look as nice as possible. I just wish that the Kingdom Hearts worlds got the same treatment, and you can see that that's where they were going with.
You guys to thank for saving the company. Couldn't ask for better friends.
You see a little bit of it in Twilight Town, and it seems there's only one Battlegate in here. Like you see that one area in Twilight Town that's just like it's completely like different. It's like night and day, you know. I booted up Kingdom Hearts 2 for like a quick second earlier, and I was like, first of all, my first reaction was, God, the menus are huge. First of all, and second, my second reaction was it's completely barren here. I don't know. They do have a playable model of the mysterious tower, because I don't know if anyone remembers that, but some of the earlier gameplay videos from Kingdom Hearts 3 was Sora outside of the mysterious tower. And you can tell that it was like, you can tell that the assets were like different, because you see how the blue stars in the shot, the skybox is different. Like they updated the whole outside area to fit in with the new aesthetic for Kingdom Hearts 3. So it wasn't just some sort of test area using the Kingdom Hearts 3 models. No, it was actually like modeled, and they use it for the cutscenes too. So that's probably why it was modeled. But they just didn't let you walk around in it, which I think is really weird. There's also parts of Hollow Bastion that are modeled from Radiant Garden from Birth by Sleep that are modeled, like the fountain where you fight Vanitas, or where more notably where Terra gets sucked in to the realm of darkness with Aqua. The fact that you can't go to those areas is just a little bizarre to me. So one of these apparently. Nope, not that one. Hold on. On the middle tier's larger room. Oh, I have to go back. In here. Let's see. I wonder where it is. See, the middle tier is larger room, so yeah, it's now the lower tier. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, what is that up there? Is this it? Oh, that leads to somewhere. Or from somewhere. That's another path. But from where? Where's that coming from? Is there just another path here that I'm missing? Oh well. I think I know. Let's just watch a video. Cage 3 Battlegate. Hopefully the volume is down so I don't have to worry about this. Oh, I'm an idiot. I went down the wrong elevator. Should have went to the one that was right behind me. Well, I mean, I don't know. How was I supposed to know? Those two chests felt like the most like a trap, but it was just real. Okay, now we're in the proper middle tier. I was like, I remember seeing it, but I forgot where it was. No. There it is. Wait. I thought I saw something weird with the pop-in of that. Drat. Frickin' Unreal Engine and its pop-ins. I was trying to see if I could unload it. Okay. Luckily there's only the one in here, so I don't have to stare at this world for too long. But I am gonna have to come back and do the treasures on it anyway. Let's see it though. There's apparently some nobodies that I haven't played or fought against yet. Wow, what the fuck are you? Let's see. I still think it's bogus you can get hit out of this. I don't think that's fair at all. Oh! Whoa! It's you guys! Oh, he looks great. They don't work the same way though. Oh, it's just one guy, like the sorcerer. That's super cool. I'm really into that. I was wondering where this guy was. I was like, he hasn't shown up in the game at all. Because all the nobodies are based off of the organization members, which are all based off of Final Fantasy character classes. And Syx didn't really have a world, and he was a berserker type, which I don't know if it was a Final Fantasy character class. My knowledge on Final Fantasy is very, very limited. It's getting dark. There you go. Turn that light on. Is that it, as far as nobodies go? Yeah, that's it. He's the last one. I like how shiny the nobodies are. Like, the material on them is very otherworldly. No new nobodies, except for this guy and the ninja. Otherwise, they're all based off of characters from the old ones. I guess because Marluxia didn't really have a enemy in KH2, and neither did Lartixine. But everyone else is like this one's from Luxord, or Luxord, which weirded me out. Is that how you pronounce his name, apparently? And Dusk, which is... It's Roxas's nobody, apparently, but I don't know about that. Alright, time to get out of here. By the way, the decision to have Kingdom Hearts 3 as a unlocked frame rate is pretty great. Because a fragmentary passage runs unlocked, but only on the Pro. No. How do I get back up there? Why did the elevator go back up? That's weird. I guess I actually have to go back up the thing. That's... unfortunate. Is there even a way for me to get out of here right now? There would have to be, right? I couldn't imagine that they didn't account for that. Yeah, okay, right here. I was gonna say. Jesus. Oh, wait. Yeah, here it goes. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, if you're gonna strand me in a world, don't let it be the fucking Frozen world. Which, you know, I mean, I like Frozen enough, but it's not my favorite. I thought it was fine. It did receive a lot of hate because of its overpopularity. I mean, it is a really good song, but I do understand the backlash of it because they did overplay it. I will say, as far as just like aesthetically and like the background music, I really like the background music here in the Frozen world, and also I just love snow. I love the cold. So even though this whole world is just climbing and then falling off a mountain, it's really cool that you get to do that. Cause I love the snow. Almost as much as I love the Caribbean, which is I think the next world we're going into. Yep, in the Huddled Isles area of the Caribbean world, there's a cave hidden away if you look around the island. In the Huddled Isles. This world's huge. This world has, I would say, as much areas as the Hercules world, which if you really think about it, it's like 3 gigantic areas. It's Mount Olympus, the realm of the gods, and then Thebes. Like Mount Olympus is in the actual like mountainside, and then Mount Olympus is in the actual like realm of the gods, and then the city of Thebes, which is pretty sizable in and of itself. These are large areas.
Set a course, Captain Sora.
Okay, so apparently there's a cave, which I assume is where that other side is. Which I think I know where it is. Forgot how to go. Oh, I remember. I forgot how to make the boat go.
Gramps, here, located, found.
Fire!
Let's see. There you go. I assume by cave, they're talking about this cave right here.
Keep a sharper eye.
Right there. God, this world is just so beautiful. I'm definitely biased towards the pirate aesthetic of it, but come on, you can't not be impressed by just the amount of detail that went into this. I wonder what his final form here looks like. He's probably just gonna turn the inside of his coat white, honestly. That's what I thought. It's fine. Boy, he's like melting right through that life bar. Whoa. God. This game is such a power fantasy. Like, I know the game starts you off and it's telling you how weak Sora is, but like, boy, Sora's never been stronger. Oh, I like that. God, the range on that. That's insane. Okay, just 4 more to go, everyone. We're gonna go to San Francisco and then the Keyblade Graveyard. I wish there was a save point on the ship. Although I understand why there wouldn't be. San Francisco's North District area needs to be daytime. Grind on some rails that take you to a tunnel on the west side of the map where this gate is found. That's just impressive. What a beautiful game. I love that Sora also just loves pirates, like I do. I like how on brand that is, for me. I don't know if I told this story before, but like I really love Sora. Just like, his optimism and shit. I've kind of modeled, or tried to model myself to be more like him, in a way. And so I've always kind of I guess idolized Sora would be the word for it. It's kind of like, I like that. I like his mentality to things. And also, I've picked up on a lot of his behavior as well as a result. Like inadvertently. Like stuff like how he's kind of slow on the uptake, and like how he approaches situations kind of optimistically. I've tried to frame myself that way, in that, you know, try to see the best and try to see the good in things before you assume the worst. But I've also picked up on some of his habits again, like he's kind of slow. he's kind of really gullible, and that's not me trying to do it on purpose. It just happens to be that way. And I remember I started getting into like red plaid shirts for some reason, and then they announced the character designs for Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's Sora, and he's got red plaid on, and I'm like, wow. Okay, so where am I going? Grind on some rails that takes you to a tunnel on the west side of the map. Oh, there it is. Battlegate 11. And the other one, and there were other ones up a building, I remember that one. Oh, this one I think I just did by accident. Because I definitely remember doing the other one. I definitely remember doing the other one because I needed the materials for the ultimate weapon, but this one I think I just did it accidentally. God. If I hit enough people, I can just, you know, theoretically just keep doing this forever. God, just watch his health bars just melt. How about them attraction flows? San Francisco's kind of a cool looking city, but coming off of the Caribbean, it's kind of barren by comparison. Also, just not really a lot of things to do. I feel like Kingdom Hearts 3 could have used some side quests. That'd have been cool. That's what they could have done. That's what they could have had the Final Fantasy characters do, just have them be NPCs for side quests. Like this is a side quest. Wow, it's nighttime now. That's neat. Wow, I didn't know that Goofy and Donald also rode the grind rails on here. That's weird. So apparently it's just on the building behind me. Which I think is this one. Yep. That's not an enemy at all. Is that a treasure chest? How did I miss that? There's two. And I know everyone's talking about how much better the combat is in Kingdom Hearts 2 because it's real punchy and fast, but I booted that game back up, and I know the worlds are a lot smaller, so you move a lot slower, but boy, going back to playing Kingdom Hearts 2 now, your movement in Kingdom Hearts 3 is just too fluid and too fast by comparison that it's hard to go back to it, actually. I like his little twist there. Anyway, yeah. I don't know what else there is to say about Kingdom Hearts 3, other than they had a lot of missteps. I feel like I've repeated myself throughout this whole thing, but it's coming from a place of wanting the game to do so well. Like, visually the game looks really good. If someone just walked in on me playing this right now, they would just look at it and go, oh my, this looks very pretty. But like, thematically it just felt a little eh. I mean, to its credit, I had fun the whole journey there, but knowing that the payoff of it was gonna be, like, it was a lot, but it was all gonna be, like, backloaded, it's kinda eh. So I'm kinda hoping that, we get some more content to it. But I do agree with the notion that Kingdom Hearts 3 was never gonna be the game that you were hoping for because of how much it was built up. So now I'm hoping that Kingdom Hearts 4, starting its slate clean, or at least cleaner than Kingdom Hearts 3, has the opportunity to not live up to so much expectations. And the fact that they do have all these assets ready, you know, I wouldn't mind it if they came out with, like, DLC revisits. I didn't even realize I followed up like 10 times over the course of this video. Just the fact that oh, I didn't mean to hit that. Oh well, didn't matter. Like, if they're gonna do, like, Final Mix, it would be really great. I would pay for another world. I would pay for world DLCs. You know? Give me something that's not necessarily related to the plot, but give me some more content on the Kingdom Hearts side, because this is definitely such a Disney game. And now I understand why Disney was pushing so hard for it, because they were like, you see it on their, like D23 Expo, you see it on their Facebook page, and they've never, as far as I can remember, talked about Kingdom Hearts in this way before. They just, you know, Kingdom Hearts was always a Disney IP, but it was one of those things that they just never talked about for some reason. I don't know. Let's save the game. Alright, just a few more. I think literally just 2 more. And they're both in the Keyblade Graveyard. In the Badlands. Head south from the Badlands, save point, and head north. So it's literally just, whatever that thing is. See, look, there's these guys. Battlegate Zeros. Let's check those out first. Actually, no. Let's do 13, and before we hit that last one, let's see what those are, because those cannot be the same ones. They're different save points entirely. But I'm not crazy in thinking that there's, like, number 0 Battlegates. Okay. So right behind here. I think this is kind of clumsy, actually. It looks a little out of place. But they're the things from the Dream Drop Distance. I don't know. These kind of look a little textureless, and like they look like placeholder textures that just made it into the full game. Oh wow! Why does this guy look so familiar? He looks like the thing from the Pride Lands, except like 10 times bigger. But this is the boss from Big Hero 6 World. Well, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, they have done it where they've added like basically a world of content to a Final Mix game. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix added the Cavern of Remembrance, even though that's like only a small part of the game. It's technically like a cordoned off section of the world. It's still like got the same amount of content as a world itself, and also it's got like it ends with like 13 boss battles, you know? Anyway. Alright, so we have just the one more to go. But I wanna take a look at those other, because you can see them in the frame of the thumbnails. That their Battlegate 0 exists. So I wanna know what that is. I wanna know what the deal is. So why do those exist? As like tutorial things. Valediction. I would want at some point in the future like a complete remake of Kingdom Hearts' story, you know? Apparently I've done that before. But is it just the same one? Attached to all of them? Like, what's the point? Oh, they're just to level you up, I guess. I assume that's what they're for. Like, during the final battle, because I don't know if you can access the world map, but they're just, like, good places to level up. Yeah. I imagine that's what they are. Anyway, let's not bother with them. What is it? We have so many, like, very good, like, video game properties that if movies can reboot themselves, like, if Uncle Ben can get shot, like, 2 or 3 times and not have it be a problem, I feel like we can reboot some games, you know? Like, retell the story, and this way you can go back and add all the bullshit that you added later, you know? Like Kingdom Hearts 1, actually talk about Terra and shit like that, or like, you know, like Halo or whatever. I always thought that that's cool. I went back here the other day, and I looked up and I was like, there's a big purple heart moon, and it scared the shit out of me. Anyway. Is this where the... Oh, no, it's not. You can't even see the crossroads in this one. But, yeah, like a series that goes on for as long as this, like this and Metal Gear, you know, that way you can retroactively reinsert the canon that you put in there. I don't know. And there wouldn't be a lot of work put into it because you've already have the story written down. You know? I don't know. It just... Oh boy. Oh wow, dizzy state. Oh, my Koopo coin. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Oof. I mean, that was going really well for a second. Boy, that fight really picks up on that second half, doesn't it? He's kind of a pushover and then he starts glowing red. It's cool character design though. Oh boy. I did not mean to hit that. The fact that Rage Form gives you full heal is weird to me. Well, I mean, that's the reason why the other Battlegates were such a breeze, was because of this guy right here, right? Oof. Not hassled about it. Although the fact that I am getting, like, pretty close to killing him is pretty nice. Wow. Let's see. Oh boy. Wow, the frame rate is dead. Aw, dang it. Oh, I did it. And that's all the Heartless, apparently. He's the last one. Finger smack selfie pose. Trophy just proc for the journal completion of the enemies. Ugh. This game's really easy. If I could beat the secret boss like that. I never beat Lingering Will. I've seen a lot of people beat Lingering Will. Here, let's see what he looks like. What is he called, actually? Dark Inferno. These dastardly dual wielders are like blenders on roller skates, except worse. You can try to keep your distance, but they'll soon close in on you, or else just huck a fireball your way. Be careful attacking when their blades are crossed. That means they're ready to counter. I did not even know that. Stay cool, bide your time, then strike when they drop their guard. You see, it's telling you to like take your time and actually look at it, but I kind of just went in as strong as I went Bloodborne on it instead of Dark Souls. And we also got all the secret reports, which means the only things I need are this and all these in the corner. Which I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do that on the screen, but those are the last things I need for the platinum. Let's save the game, and then let's take a look at those secret reports, shall we? What was my final level at there? 72, I would imagine. I imagine I leveled up at some point. Oh, 71. Okay, let's take a look at those secret reports. Recollections. Am I alive? I awoke in a cell alone until the researchers came with their tests and their prodding to uncover my identity. I had no answer to offer them. 4 friends and a key. That is the sum total of my memory. I could not even recall my name. I was simply called X there. My only solace was the time I spent talking with the 2 boys who would visit from time to time. Oh, this is the girl that Syx and Axel were talking about. One day a man came to... The fact that there's 4 friends and a keyblade. 4 friends and a key means she was probably one of the originals. She's probably like Strelitzia or something. One day a man came to take me from the prison. I could not see him for the darkness, save that he wore an eye patch. That's Breg. Even now, years on, I feel no closer to understanding who or what I am. May my heart be my guiding key. Unknown. Oh yeah, these are called secret reports. They're not by like Ansem or whatever, or Xehanort. Mark of Master Journal. Some days have passed since I set off on my journey to prepare for the Mark of Master examination. Ericus asked for leave to undertake the same pilgrimage, but apparently I am to be first to tour the worlds written of in the old fairy tales. Until a few short years ago, I'd known only my own world, a speck of land surrounded by sea, but how I dreamed of, yearned for the world beyond, and granted guidance from the future. I left that nest behind. As I treaded the path to my master's side, I came in contact with darkness in many forms. I knew even then, as by instinct, terrifying as its power was, it could be harnessed, mastered. It's probably Xehanort. Ericus is a blue blood, descended from the very first masters in the Age of Fairy Tales, but I did not... Is this a new thing, the Age of Fairy Tales? Sorry. But I did not come this far to indulge in adulation. I will be his peer, his equal, and to do that I must learn to wield the power born from both darkness and light in proper balance. Yep. Experiments of the Heart. Notes on Subject X, Excerpt 1. Subject was found in the central square shortly after dawn. Female, approximately 15 years old. After 7 days' observation, she spoke her first words, but could not provide a name. Subject exhibits signs of profound amnesia, and displays concern about which world this is. Her words suggest that she departed her home world with others, though she cannot recall the names of her erstwhile companions. All efforts to explore those memories have met with a rejection response. After his initial experiments on me, Ansem the Wise sees his research into the heart, his hand stayed by some fear I cannot fathom. Yet this new subject is like me, devoid of memories. She is the perfect sample upon which to continue my master's work. She too could benefit from it. By traversing the heart, we have a direct path into memory. I myself have begun to reclaim my lost past thanks to these very experiments. Who is she? Whence has she come? There are questions no scientist could ignore. These are questions no scientist could ignore. And the words she muttered, may your heart be your guiding key. Is this Zexion? Nope, it's Xehanort. It's probably Strelitzia, because Strelitzia died. So she probably got reborn as a nobody or something. Subject's memories have not returned, and our conversations remain less than lucid. What fragments can be gleaned evoke a bygone world like one out of fairy tales. As improbable as it seems, the question may not be where she has come from, but when. If she truly has crossed through time, the prospect of probing her heart is all the more compelling. Maybe instead of dying, she got fast-forwarded through time? I don't know. My pilot studies used a handful of subjects, but none possessed the fortitude to endure them. And ultimately all suffered mental collapse. I knew it would be a heavy blow to lose a subject as unique as she. Upon discovering the test I've been conducting, my master demanded that I cease my work immediately and destroy what research I have compiled. Worse still, he ordered the release of my remaining subjects. She is gone. Where is Subject X now? Has wise Master Ansem hidden her away? Whatever the case, I will not be deterred. I will take her place as the first subject in the grand experiment to come. That castle was a wonderland to us children. Within its walls, Ansem the Wise conducted his research, and the fruits it bore allowed everyone outside to live in peace and happiness. That alone was enough to stoke our interest, though not all of the rumors that escaped its walls were so benevolent. By night, the muffled sounds of human wails emerged. There was talk of dangerous human experimentation. Lee and I couldn't help but hatch a plot to steal inside and sate our curiosity. You're talking about the castle in Radiant Garden? The two who stood guard at the gates were researchers themselves, though you wouldn't think it to see them, massive and barrel-chested as they were, and slipping past that duel was only the first hurdle. It proved one not easily cleared. We were found and tossed out on our ears time and again. It's probably Sykes. On a day we finally secured our entry, we descended the long spiral stair at the heart of the castle to find a dark space below it, lined with cages. There wasn't light enough to see if they were inhabited, and we were in no position to call out to any occupants within. Yet we could feel it, a definite presence there in the black. Terror washed over us, and we immediately regretted coming. But just as we turned to flee, we heard the faintest of voices. The urge to run was nigh overpowering, but someone or something beckoned us on. There, framed by a tenuous sliver of light, we found her. Hold on, I need water. It's a lot of talking. No, this will do. It's from yesterday's water, I guess. Hold on. I'm counting these research reports. There's only 13 of them. Oh. The Crystal Regalia? Is that what it's called? It was too dim to make out her features. We spoke to her in hushed whispers. Who was she? Why was she imprisoned here? She had no answers for us, had no memories at all. She was an enigma, but I knew I wanted to help her, and so we continued our infiltrations. Most of them stopped short at the castle gates. When we did manage our way inside, we spoke with her. That was all the comfort two children like us could offer, but Lee had other ideas. He was determined to free her. We slipped into the castle that day, knowing only that we wanted with all our hearts to save her. But we did not find her inside on that day or the next or any of our subsequent visits. Had she been moved? Had we simply imagined her? Lee and I knew there was only one way to be certain, and so we stand before the castle gates today, not as trespassing children, but in order to become Ansem the Wise's newest apprentices. Boy. On the replica program and reanimation. Following my erasure and my recompletion as a human. I did not awaken right away. Perhaps the damage was exceptionally grave. Even after waking, I remained in bed, pondering my next course of action. In my work on the replica program for the organization, I produced some 20 vessels. Most of the early results were failures, not one of them granted a number. The first success to emerge from that early lot was the Riku replica. Subsequently, Shion was essentially indistinguishable from a natural human, though she became unstable due to the influence of others. Using those two as my foundation, I worked to construct a number of nigh-perfect replicas, but just as they neared completion, my efforts were cut short. I suspect Xehanort aims to use both the initial lot as well as the unused replicas from my later work. I arose today and decided to walk out to the square, my first outing in some time. Yet my stroll was interrupted when a surprising visitor appeared with an unexpected offer. Though younger than me, he'd risen to become Xemnas' right hand. I accepted his terms and became a nobody once more. Easier to gain access to the old replica program that way. Whatever it takes to atone. What's his deal? His face turn. The real organization. Xehanort seeks to gather 12 vessels, which together with his true actual self he considers the real organization 13. Now that he has the numbers he needs, Demix and I are being treated as reserves. Several others who served Xemnas in the old organization have followed the same course as mine, electing to abandon their newly restored humanity and rejoin the real organization as nobodies. But not Xemnas. Xemnas cannot exist in the present because there is already a Xehanort here, the old man in charge. The old man's humanity prevents his heartless and nobody, others vanquished in the past, and his younger self from being denizens of this time. Okay. To circumvent this, Xehanort is using the prototype replicas. Oh, they're just robots. I created in the past as containers, plucking his other selves' hearts from the time they existed. Xehanort ordered me to refine the prototypes to make them closer still to the real thing, perfecting my creation so they may house true flesh and blood human suits. Suits my own purpose as well. I thought he said human suits. All that remains for my atonement is to devise a way to pass on as many of the vessels as I can to those who truly deserve them. These secret reports feel like they're all over the place. First you have Strelitzia, and then Xehanort, and then you have Cyax, and then now you have Vexen. I have pored over the data my master entrusted to Riku. Here I offer my preliminary conclusions. Within Sora's heart are 3 compartmentalized boxes, each containing the heart of another. One box holds Roxas, another holds a second heart that has been with Sora nearly as long. The third has held its heart for much longer. These hearts have melded with Sora's and no longer have voices of their own. Any attempt to mechanically extract them could prove as dire for Sora as what caused him to become heartless in the first place. First, a vessel for each heart must be readied. Then a spark of some sort is required to induce its waking. Obviously, the ideal solution is to restore each heart to its own body, but, whatever the case for the 2 unknown individuals, Roxas possesses no such thing. Same is true for Naminé, who we believe resides in Kairi's heart. Still, if alternate bodies can be secured for them, all their hearts require to be awakened is that spark, people they cared for and who cared for them, who can show them the way home. Complete and perfect digitalization of the heart is impossible. We can only hope to partially reconstruct it. Thus, I see no way forward but to extract the hearts we so desperately need directly from within Sora. Fortunately, the data stored in Twilight Town contains a near-perfect record of the memories of those who lived there, and for Roxas and Naminé especially, this is crucial. So they used, like, those data memories to create a spark so that Roxas and Naminé would wake up. If I'm reading that correctly. I don't know. As for how to contain their hearts, the only conceivable option is the replicas. If we transfer into the... So, right here, they mentioned that the hearts inside Sora are like boxes. Is that what's in the box that Lushu has at the very end of the game? Because they mentioned it's Hope that's inside of the box. So maybe Strelitzia is in there, like just curled up and dead. As for how to contain their hearts, the only conceivable option is the replicas. If we transfer in the digital memories from the Twilight Town archive, the replicas should be able to reconstruct each individual's human appearance with near-perfect results. Then their hearts need only the right spark to wake them, so they may find their ways out of Sora and Kairi into those newly made bodies. It was the same deal with Shion turning into Sora at the end of days, I guess. Charlie, come here. Out of the doorway. The replica program was truly revolutionary, but it was incomplete at the time of the old organization's dissolution. Without Evan, how are we to further the research? We need at least 3 replicas, one for Roxas, one for Naminé, and one for the unknown stowaway within Sora's heart. These are difficult quandaries, but as I work through my master's data, I find myself remembering the taste of ice cream. When I was a boy, he would bring me some when we took walks together. There will be time to regret my betrayal later. For now, my focus must be on restoring Roxas and Nominate and proving my master had good intentions. I have seen it through. The Keyblade War unfolded exactly as written on the Lost Bell. This is Singapore. Now the Keyblade the master entrusted to me must be bequeathed to another. 5 Union leaders have been chosen for the surviving dandelions. I will pass the Keyblade to one of them, and then continue watching the future unfold. Yet it seems that someone has pulled the old switcheroo. One of the 5 is an imposter, someone the master did not choose. They represent a virus in the program he so carefully wrote. The virus had begun a strange undertaking, a reckless plot to allow the 5 to escape into another world line. Surely such a thing can't be possible. We're talking about the same trick that allowed the dandelions to transfer to other world lines after the Keyblade War. But these children are no masters. They haven't the means, unless, of course, a certain lady of magic summoned here from the future knows more than I do. It's talking about Maleficent? The whole Union leader thing was supposed to be by the books. Are these new events just another phase in the Master's grand plan? It's Lushu. It's Igbar. Even on a world line with no Keyblade War, peace is but a dream. In the absence of us and our Master, darkness arrived, one that shall surely lead the world to yet another demise. Amid the chaos, I bequeathed my Keyblade to one of the Union leaders, just as the Master instructed. I watched as the 5 were sent to another world line, at no small cost, ensuring the line of Keyblade wielders will live on. And now, Keybladeless, I must depart this land to fulfill my final task. This means casting my own body aside and sojourning my heart into vessel after vessel, as many as it takes. But I will continue gazing upon each passing era, one into the next. In time, be it years or decades, centuries or millennia, I will meet the 5 once more. Somewhere in this cyclical history of bequeathings, a chosen one will appear and reenact the Keyblade War. When the scapegoat arrives and takes my Keyblade in hand, that will be the time to take the stage and finish my role. The lost masters will awaken. It seems this body, this name will be my last. The lives I have lived over the ages could fill volumes, but for now I must focus on what matters most. The Keyblade has been successfully passed down generation to generation, and it seems the Keyblade Master, devoted to the darkness, may finally arise. Until now, I have watched over the course of events from a distance. Perhaps the time has come to intervene. I need only play the role of a fool, desirous of a Keyblade's power. I will don the mask of his ally in order to keep watch over my Keyblade from close by. The Gazing Eye, a Keyblade forged from the eye of the Master of Masters. He passed it to me as I have to others, and through it he can see the future. All that will ever come to pass, spanning the ages in body after body, life after life. My task has been to keep vigil over the eye as it passes from hand to hand. It has been a long time, longer than I could express, but now at last the Keyblade War has begun, and Kingdom Hearts will open, a true and complete Kingdom Hearts, born of the clash between darkness and light. I will soon be reunited with my old companions, and in that moment my long vigil will reach its end. He will return. He? Who are you talking about? Is he talking about the Virum Rex guy? The true king? Noctis? That's it. This is the last bit of Kingdom Hearts lore that we're gonna get until the next one. These secret reports feel a little lost. Like, messy. They're like divided into, like, you have Strelitzia right here, and then you have Xehanort, and then you have, Cyax, and then you have, and then Ienzo, and then you have Xigbar. They don't really have like they don't really have any information as to the future of the series per se, as much as an explanation of things that were kind of explained in this game already, or rather things that needed to be expanded upon, because they kind of just spouted it off, like Aiza and like Cyax talking about that girl. It's like kind of a throwaway line, and now it's here in the secret reports, you know. I guess I would explain why they were hanging around in front of the castle in Birth by Sleep, but other than that, I don't think they really needed a motivation to be there. I don't know, I really still don't know the whole deal with Shirley. I'm gonna have to rewatch those cutscenes. All I know is that she died. But, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching this entire video. Hopefully we get more Kingdom Hearts content pretty soon in the future. I'm hoping for DLC, at least by the end of the year. Just a thing. Or at the very least an announcement of something within the next few months. I don't mind. But other than that, this is it. This is where we end. Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm gonna be playing the game some more just to get to level 99 and finishing up the journal. But other than that, there's no more story content for me to find. But that's it. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna be not restarting, but I'm gonna be playing RE2 again, since I kind of just shelved that game when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. I promise I'll come back to it once I get the platinum for this, so it's gonna be a little while, but I promise I'll come back to it. But other than that, that's it. I'm gonna sign off, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Bye bye.